Hello, hello, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM The Long War. As you can see, we are still in Brazil and still inside the alien base, but after our last episode's pink slip race victory over the aliens' souped-up dual overhead sectopod spawn, I have to assume that our extraterrestrial friends are saltier than Vin Diesel was after Paul Walker trashed his 10-second car. We've yet to clear the command room, of course, so it's anybody's guess as to what's actually lurking behind this large purple door that stands oh so enticingly in front of us. But given that we've already burned through our entire canister of NOS to get here, I'm hoping that what's behind the door is nothing too terribly awful. Honestly, I think really at this point we should probably get to work, because if I try and shoehorn in another reference to a mediocre 15-year-old car-based action movie, I'm pretty certain that Jordana Brewster's going to appear and bust my skull open with a lug wrench. So let's stop prevaricating and just get back to work and see if we can finish this stuff off. Our troopers here are arrayed for a door kick. We had them set up and ready to go, so I guess it's time for the big reveal. Here's the payoff moment, the money shot, if you will. Take a look, Sean Penn. Nothing. Well, fuck me, I guess. That's a Blair Witch-style moment. 90 minutes of lead-up for absolutely no payoff. Hey, thanks a lot, movie. That's a nice little dick tease right there, isn't it? Yeah, thanks. Alright, great. So, I guess we're gonna go for the second door, then. The aliens, with the moving goalpost theory of base design, clearly at work here. I guess we'll reset for another door kick, although it's going to be a slightly different configuration this time since we have a little bit narrower corridor. Ah, the aliens. That's their goal. They're choke pointing us here. Clever girl. We're going to send Jaden Smith in all the way up. He's going to be the man who goes in first. Of course, we've been relying very heavily on Jaden's lightning reflexes lately, and I don't like his odds of continuing to buck the odds, I gotta say. I don't necessarily like continually throwing him face first into danger. Eventually we're gonna get burned.
Already there.
So the Alpha Dog with the move, old T-Swizzle's gonna advance as well.
On your order.
Let's get Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan in position, ready with the follow-up crew.
Rolling out.
And who else is back there? Oh, Matt Lauer. Lauer, yeah. I guess, yeah, you are around, so...
Moving to designated coordinates.
Why is Paris Hilton riding on Justin Timberlake's back? Are you going piggyback? That's
Stepping off.
an innovative strategy, Paris. I mean, I'm not too terribly sure it's going to work out for you, especially since you're piggybacking on the back of our guy who has won the most likely to be shot repeatedly award. Justin Timberlake was voted most likely to be repeatedly shot. Alternatively, I guess it looks like Lindsay Lohan and Paris either are riding piggyback on Taylor and Justin, or they have finally overcome physics and slipped these surly bonds of gravity, stepping free from this earthly coil to sail majestically into the heavens, but that doesn't seem that likely. Alright, so let's get through this door. Anything here? Man, the aliens are really going like Catholic schoolgirl level of teasing here. They really don't want to put out for us. It's unpleasant, but we're persistent, and just like you junior year at prom, our persistence is going to pay off here. We will eventually break them down. So let's have Jaden go in for a looky-loo.
I'm on it, Commander. Enemies in sight.
Okay, well, they really... that's bad. Okay, so what is that, 8? Looks like 8 mech... That's a lot of mutons. Alright, well, Whedon has a shot at one guy from here. Where's Kim Kardashian? Kim could actually do some real nice work for us here. None of the aliens are on Overwatch, right? No. Alright.
On my way.
Well, Kim, it's time for you to deliver what may be the greatest single grenade ever thrown in the history of the XCOM project, because this is going to wreck some shop right here. Assuming we can get the angle down to make it land. Come on, XCOM. Interface, stop. Oh. Man, even the interface is trolling us now. This is getting... There we go. Alright, this should eliminate all the cover, and also most of the mutons. That actually did not turn out nearly as well as I expected. But on the plus side, we do have one thing going for us here. Jaden Smith is our Master Sergeant. None of those mutons are in cover. And Jaden can go in the zone here. So I think it's time, Jaden. So 1 down. And that's going to be 2 down then for Jaden.
X-ray neutralized.
Can you go 3 for 3, Jaden? There's 3 down. And Jaden Smith really racking up the kill count here. Alright, so we probably won't get a kill on that guy. Let's revisit him. 72%. Can Jaden go 4 for 4? Oh man, Jaden Smith putting on a demonstration for us here. This is why he is the master of time and space. This precise ability. This is incredible. Look at him. Unbelievable. He's emptied the weapon, folks, and that's it. He wins the plush giraffe. You know what? Let's see if we can get a pistol kill too. That was pretty amazing. Jaden Smith putting on a clinic for us there. That was that was pretty awesome. That after having to slog through our last mission where we had that protracted fight against those 2 sectopods that could have gone wrong at any moment, that really was the nice, refreshing lime wedge after the bitter tequila shot of the earlier part of this mission. And we're actually going to do a rapid fire here. Yeah, Sean Penn can't miss with either of these shots, so that should be a dead navigator. In fact, he didn't even need the follow-up shot. And I gotta say, at this point, Sean Penn, it's about fucking time you did something positive, because up to this point, you have been a bitter disappointment, sir. Bitter. Bitter.
That's affirmative.
Like a week-old cup of coffee bitter. And Lindsay Lohan should be able to possibly close this guy out. Yep, here's a kill for Lohan on a critical. I'd say a lucky critical, but honestly, that wasn't really that lucky. And that just leaves Tay-Tay here to kill our last remaining muton, who is looking a little lonely, buddy. Are you feeling okay? Are you a little sad that all your friends are dead? Did you just watch Jaden Smith lay waste to your entire world? I mean, he just killed your whole family. That's got to be at least a little heartbreaking. Don't worry, Taylor Swift is here to ameliorate the pain. And also, not only did she kill that guy, but a little railing kill for him that would have made Reb Brown proud. She actually threw him clear the hell off of the cliff there. That was pretty impressive. Let's just have the rest of the team move in then. And we can sort of go on Overwatch. Jaden Smith's shooting clinic was, that was kind of a thing of beauty, I gotta say. It was really pretty impressive. Why is everyone walking above the floor? Are our troopers so ecstatic about their performance that they're just walking on air?
Heading out.
Everybody's real happy, walking on clouds. Yeah, Joss, nice contribution to that last fight, buddy. Although, I gotta say, what with Jaden Smith in a spasm of killing, it was, you know, not necessarily your fault you didn't get to contribute. It seems like it would have been kind of hard to get in on the action, what with everything already being dead and all.
Roger that. Scanning.
Beebs, why don't you just sort of keep a low profile, buddy? Keep doing what you do.
Got it covered.
Do your thing. Bieber's watching our backs. Alright, so we've got Seekers on the move here. Alright, so those Seekers are going into stealth mode. And we have a, what is it, a drone? And so all of those things have gone out of line of sight. And Jaden Smith going to take a well-deserved reload. And he's going to go on Overwatch. And we're not going to take any chances with a bunch of Seekers patrolling around.
Yes, Commander.
Everybody's just going to go to cover, and we're going to put up a Overwatch display here.
Aye, aye. Position
Joss, why
confirmed.
don't you head there? You can hunker down since you're not going to be able to go on Overwatch. Kimmy, you're actually probably pretty good. And I gotta say, the unsung hero of the Jaden Smith shooting gallery display there is definitely Kim Kardashian, because it was Kim who actually made all of that possible. I'd like to point out that she set that whole, I don't know, cavalcade of butchery. I mean, she set all of that up with that grenade. She's not going to get any experience or any kills out of it, but she was responsible for no small part.
Got my eyes on.
Timberlake, why don't you just step over here? We're just going to try and sort of spread out to maximize our Overwatch, and we're not going to leave the Beebster. This is one situation where we're not going to leave him alone. We're going to move him in, and we're going to force those Seekers to come to us and just start picking them off.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
So get ready for a dull few turns here, guys. It's going to be real unexciting while we wait for those Seekers to move in. And Mr. Drone here.
Watch the flanks.
It's just a drone, and he's over there by himself. Not entirely sure what he's going to do.
Flank us.
So the... Yeah, that was... Okay.
Just ring out.
So we're going to have a bunch of Seekers here who are clearly competing for the deadest Seeker ever to decloak award. I mean, we've had this happen several times on this mission where just a bunch of Seekers have decloaked repeatedly and then just been immediately blown into a large spray of chunks.
Back online.
So Jaden Smith's going to reload, then going to Overwatch. Lauer, Overwatch is good. Whedon. Yeah, I think maybe Overwatch here, Kim Kardashian. What do you think? No? You want to dash in and throw some grenades and stuff? Well, I can understand, and I appreciate, actually, your vigor and enthusiasm, but I still think probably going to go in Overwatch. Also, Sean Penn, maybe Overwatch. Taylor Swift.
Ready to fire.
Actually, you get a reload this time, Taylor. Lindsay Lohan can both reload and go in Overwatch. And old Timberlake's just going to reload. And some more Seekers then going to vie for the title. No, I was the deadest. No, me. I took 44 damage in a single turn. Why does Jaden Smith's weapon keep showing empty? I've reloaded it like 5 times. Alright, let's move Jaden Smith. And then I want him to oh, he's got a pistol, that's why. I am an idiot.
Let's do this.
Alright, so... Lauer, go ahead and reload. And then it's just going to be Overwatch around the horn. Woo!
Overwatch.
Here comes another Seeker. Yeah, that guy only took 9 damage. Also, very clearly trying to draw our troopers' fire so that Paris Hilton catches a stray bullet there. That obvious ploy, but our guys didn't fall for it. Also a nice action shot there of Sean Penn's. You get his close-up moment there in that last shot. So what do you guys think? Maybe a little bit more Overwatch? Sound good for everyone? I mean, there is still a drone running around, but I don't think anyone's too terribly worried about that, are we?
Ready to rock.
Roger that.
Moving to Overwatch.
Got it covered.
Keep them coming, Seekers. We can do this all day. We've downed 3 of you. There's at least 2 more. I think there were 5 in a drone. Oh, gonna play hard to get, are you? Alright. Man, the aliens are really getting coy with us here. I gotta say, they're
Overwatch.
We're green to
playing
go.
hard to get.
Roger.
It's kind of sexy.
I'm ready.
Getting sort of turning me on a little bit.
Come get some.
I guess that probably says more about me than it does about the aliens, though, to be perfectly honest.
Good to go. On Overwatch.
Weapon systems ready.
You gonna bring in those last guys? Yeah, there we go. I gotta say, our Overwatch, fellas, even when you're expecting it, your output hasn't really been that impressive. I'm a little concerned.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Seems like we
Green
should be
to
getting
go.
more hits, more damage.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. We're green to
We're gonna do this one more turn, but mostly just to reload. I'm actually fairly certain that that was the last Seeker. We just want to make sure everybody has a full clip, and then we'll go kill that drone.
It's killing time.
It's still around somewhere, so...
Come get some.
Scanning. Reloaded. I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch.
Yeah, this is going to be the drone then. Here he comes. Full points for bravery for that drone. Willing to advance into what is almost certainly the jaws of death by himself. Of course, then he is a machine and probably just following orders, but the following orders thing didn't work for the Nazis. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to let it work for these aliens either. Yeah, nice job, Whedon. Way to squad-side it up, bud. Sean Penn, what can you do? 281% chances. I'm comfortable. Thank you for rewarding my confidence with immediate failure, Sean Penn.
Hostiles pacified.
So it's going to be just Overwatch, and with that pod down then, I think we'll prepare to advance. I can only really assume that this area's got to be basically clear. Oh, perhaps not.
What was that?
Well, it didn't make a noise, so it's either Outsiders or a Seeker. Could really be either one. I don't see anything, and we don't have any battle scanners left. So, let's advance then, and can I see up here? What's our cover like? Okay, bad is the answer. Very bad cover. What's the cover like down here? Well, it's actually worse. It's non-existent. This room is actually sort of bad from an assault perspective. The aliens have excellent defensive feng shui working in this base area. It's going to be very hard for us to assault it with any kind of positions of safety. So I think we'll just advance up this ramp as a group. Let's put Joss Whedon, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Just to take a look.
Is this what the aliens do for fun? At least they're not playing computer games.
Very droll, Dr. Shane. Oh, so clever, my friend. Your little subtle dig there. That's, Also, that could be a computer game, Dr. Shane. I think maybe you're jumping the gun on calling that. You know, sort of calling us out a little early on that. That's, not really that cool, bro.
Moving.
We haven't popped any pods, and I don't want to go any further forward, because I'm afraid if we get up along this edge, whatever, and I'm only assuming that the command pod is going to be by this giant glowing orange penis-shaped object. It seems like the phallic point of the base will be the thing that the aliens are most concerned with defending. So, I don't want to move too far forward that way for fear of spawning that pod. I want to see what's over here on our flank before we sort of tangle with the leaders. If at all possible.
Location confirmed.
So let's just have everybody advance at best available speed. I don't really think anyone's going to be in too awfully much danger
Order
of
confirmed. On the move.
ripping a wave if we're just going up this ramp.
Heading out.
Also, ripping a wave sounds a lot more like a surfing term than any kind of actual military tactical term, but, you know.
Rolling out.
Moving out.
My theory on that is that, well, with Commander Sean Penn in charge of the mission, even though he's not in charge, I mean, he appointed himself in charge of the mission when, in fact, actually Lindsay Lohan is the one in charge. But Sean Penn's just trying to spruce things up a little bit, trying to flash up the mission parameters a little, give it a little, sort of a enhanced je ne sais quoi, if you will. Trying to make it more fun, peppy, snappy, catchy. He's looking to enhance the whole mission experience for everyone. He wants everyone to feel positive and that they've contributed. So, I actually don't really want Justin Timberlake to take that move. I would rather have it be the Pharaoh. So, clearly bringing the Pharaoh actually up here before doing this was the full wrong move, but I'm comfortable with moving him down here. This will be full cover. Still don't see anything, huh? Alright then, well, let's send him an escort. Joss, I like you right where you're at, buddy. You're gonna be our eyes in the
Got my
sky.
eyes on.
Where's Kim Kardashian? We actually want her in an elevated position, but also at least somewhat close to the enemy.
Running.
She should be able to have a pretty good grenade range from up that high. She should have a pretty good toss distance.
Rolling out.
You know what? Let's send Matt Lauer down with
10-4.
Jaden Smith. We'll have Team Shotgun going down forward. Has Lindsay Lohan moved yet? She has not.
Solid
Right, Lindsay
copy.
readjusts very slightly and go in
I'm
Overwatch.
on it.
Bieber, buddy. Guess what you get to do?
Got it covered.
That's right. You get to go hide behind something that's full cover and it's going
Come
Overwatch.
get some.
That's your one job. Well, actually, your one job is to make sure no one dies, but your other job
Time to motor.
is to hide behind heavy objects and stay out of line of sight as often as possible. Well, let's send Paris, actually,
On my way.
and Justin down as well. Just get them down to the floor. Woohoo! And Justin's gonna go whee and leap down.
Position
Because it just
confirmed.
seems like the kind of thing that Justin Timberlake would say. He seems like that kind of guy.
On
It's gonna be Overwatch for Justin and Taylor. Alright, so clearly that's our leader pod then. It's going to be over by the giant penis-shaped object, which is fine. Personally, if I had a giant dong statue in my base, I'd probably try and defend it as well. It just seems reasonable. Well, nothing, huh? Alright, we'll go in
Moving to
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Sorry, my dong statue comment actually distracted me from what I was saying. But I would defend it as well. But we actually want to clear whatever is over here. I'm thinking probably Outsiders, because we had an audio clue with no actual sound effect. And I want to clear those before I rip the big pod that's going to be in the middle. So our upper deck here,
Moving to Overwatch.
this is our mezzanine of death. They're all just going to be prepared with a lot of Overwatch fire. And Tay-Tay and Justin are going to take a sort of a more
Roger.
cautious advance. Bieber,
I'm on it.
do what you do, man. You're doing it good.
Got it covered.
Lindsay Lohan's going on Overwatch. And you know what? This is a chance for old Timby here to kick on his jet boot module. And, of course, still actually not be able to do what I wanted him to do. So, congratulations, Timberlake.
Moving.
Maybe this will at least look cool when you fly for a second. And Jonathan Key-Kwan would be jealous of those slick shoes.
Roger. I've got my eyes on it.
Alright, so this is turning out to be considerably more dull than I expected. I was told there were enemies in this direction, but clearly the aliens are really taking this whole hard-to-get thing to heart.
Roger that.
And
Scanning.
I'm beginning to think that the Catholic schoolgirl analogy I made earlier may not have been severe enough. This is more like hitting on a nun.
On Overwatch. Overwatch.
Which, honestly, I don't recommend hitting on a nun. It just seems like a lot of waste of time.
I feel it,
Scanning.
Commander.
We could send Taylor Swift around, but I'm actually concerned about her potentially popping a pod without support, so let's just have Justin Timberlake step forward. Still nothing, huh?
On Overwatch.
Alright, so effectively the only place those guys could possibly be is, like, back here? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, well, let's be aggressive. Let's just take Taylor Swift up there and have a look. Okay, so, of course, my suspicion immediately confirmed. Thanks, game. You didn't troll me or anything at all. And pull all the Overwatch from our upper deck.
Enemy is still alive.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thanks, guys. So, Overwatch then for Tay-Tay. And Overwatch for Lindsay Lohan. So we're not completely without Overwatch for whatever decloaks up here, but most of it will have been burned. Also, two Seekers could go decloak and just drop some strangles on Jaden and Matt, who are over there sort of without support, but we're going to have them rally back towards the group. No reason leaving them out here all alone. Now, we do still want them in cover because the aliens could decloak and shoot them, which would actually be awful. It's going to be Overwatch then.
Affirmative.
And a little bit of Overwatch for
Come
you.
get some.
And of course, the upper deck here.
Got it covered. Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Got the nosebleed seats. Taylor Swift got a error reporting on her sightlines. She actually doesn't have a target, but it's going to continually convince that she does.
Eyes peeled.
Clearly some sort of
On Overwatch.
error in the targeting software for a mech suit that's still reporting a foe, even though no foe is available. Timberlake does still have a grenade at his ready, so we've got that working for us. A reload for Timberlake, and here comes the decloaking. So at a meager 10 damage, that alien definitely not taking the title of deadest ever. And it looks like that was a one-shot kill from the Goddess of Death down below. Paris with a miss. And this may be our last one.
He's down.
Yeah, Jaden Smith has clearly demonstrated why he is, in fact, the sun god on this mission. There is no doubt in anyone's mind why he has been promoted to deity. Justin Bieber didn't take a shot here. Alright, so Joss Whedon getting some of that sweet, sweet tentacular action that he loves so desperately. I think, you know what, let's actually give the Beeb a chance here. Beebs hasn't gotten many kills on this mission. I think it's time to give him a chance to pick one up. There you go, Bieber.
Dead and gone.
Way to save a life, buddy. Alright, so that should be the
We're
last.
green to go. We're green to go.
Much like a
green to
19 or a 2013 video game featuring an Ellen Page sort of rip-off character, I believe that should be The Last of Us.
Already there.
No fungus monsters in this base, at least not yet, so we've got that on our side. That's at least working in our favor. Although honestly, I gotta say, the sort of blind, sound-sensitive fungus monsters, I'm guessing they would have less offensive capability than the two sectopods that we were forced to battle earlier, so
I'm watching.
maybe The Last of Us wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing for us to encounter.
Time to motor.
Little dash for Jaden. Matt Lauer can play catch-up.
Running.
And who does that leave us waiting to move? No one. That should be in a turn, right? Oh, sorry, Joss Whedon.
Good
Now
to
go and
go.
reload, Whedon. Alright, so we know there's something up by this statue, so we're going to be very careful
Ready
with how
to
we approach it.
engage.
We just want to make sure everyone is fully reloaded and ready to go
Roger
before
that.
we
Scanning. Come get some. Got it covered. Back
can
in.
reload Beebs. And Bieber, I'm pretty certain you're not even going to move for the rest of the mission.
Commander. I've got my eyes
Got
on
it
it.
covered.
Taylor Swift. Still got a bug in the
That's
software.
affirmative.
There's a glitch in the Matrix. Taylor Swift is constantly having deja vu.
Ready to engage hostile targets.
The architect is going to be very upset by
Solid
that.
copy.
We're going to move Lindsay Lohan forward just a little bit.
Roger, we've got my
You go in
eyes on.
Overwatch, and Timberlake, why don't you try and catch up to Taylor Swift? And hey, you know what? Why don't you go enjoy the alien hologram? Just, you know, go play with that thing. Looks like fun. Justin Timberlake, honestly, when presented with a shiny bauble, can't resist himself, and it's going to be a serious problem for us that he couldn't better control his impulse. So I'm guessing we're going to have an alien turn wherein at least one of our troopers is mind-controlled. Looks like they're going for Lindsay Lohan on the mind control. She has a pretty good will, does Lindsay. I don't think she's going to fight it off. Oh no, he tried to mind Frey, and that actually failed. Surprising. And so we've sort of got our work cut out for us. This is a lot of oversight, a lot of outsiders, rather. And I'm guessing Justin Timberlake's going to take a lot of fire here. As is Lindsay Lohan, from the looks of things.
They missed.
Yep, this is long range, and you know, I'd say Semper Vigilance is holding us. That's not good, Justin. Justin Timberlake taking some damage there, and again, oh, got a miss there. So one of the problems with the ability that Justin and Taylor have that help prevent them taking damage from the nearest target is that if the game can't determine what the nearest target is, it actually doesn't activate the ability against any target. There has to be one unit that's clearly the closest before that ability activates. Joss Whedon scoring a kill. I really would prefer Justin Timberlake not be shot at again. But I would also like him to either employ a grenade if he can get it. He can. Alright, so can you get... Nope. Wow, Justin, activate your jet boot module, actually.
Going up.
Curious if this will enhance his movement any if he can fly. And it will, actually. Alright, so let's see. We're going to take Justin Timberlake and we're going to bring him down here and put him out of line of sight. Now, my reason for doing this is I'm actually going to try and force the enemy to move so he can see one unit.
Clearly different from the others. It's wielding a power unlike anything we've previously encountered.
Were you talking about the giant dildo thing, Dr. Valen, or were you talking about something else? Because I'm not sure to what you were referring. I'm a little confused. Alright, so if Lindsay takes that shot again and hits, it's still not a kill, but we've got to get that guy dead. We can't afford to have anyone mind-controlled, so we're going to gamble with Lohan. And I say gamble, but, you know, as drunk as she is, Lindsay Lohan never fails to be a pleasant surprise in the damage department. We only really need one hit here, so we're going to rapid fire. 273% is considerably better than 188.
No longer a threat.
And Paris Hilton gets the job done for us. You know, I wonder if Kim could throw a grenade that far. Let's test it out. Kimmy, can you huck one up and over? Can you lob a pineapple that far? Is your arm good enough? Oh, hell yeah, it's good enough. It's it's going to destroy Justin Timberlake's cover. That's bad. She could also lob it there, though, and then we're getting multiple cover destruction. Do that.
Hoorah!
So Kim Kardashian, I think, definitely is probably the unsung hero of this mission. She is, that was actually not necessarily the best ever, but I still want to give props to Kim Kardashian because I honestly feel that she's really set up a lot of very important stuff for us this mission. She's made a lot of good things happen.
Roger that.
And nothing else down there has anything but guns. And so we're gonna actually go pretty aggressive here because we've got Justin Bieber who can save us. None of those enemies have grenades. So we're gonna just make a firing line along this mezzanine. Good. Now Jaden Smith can be right there actually. Got a plan for Jaden as well. Put Tay-Tay right here.
Commander.
And that just leaves Tay-Tay and Beebs. Alright, well, Taylor, why don't you take whatever your best shot is? None of them are particularly good, but let's say that looks okay. That's alright. Taylor Swift brings death to her foes, but clearly, even... Oh,
Shot
there's
did not connect.
I totally did not see that guy. Justin Bieber is, rather Justin Timberlake is in a real bad position. Ooh, very bad actually. I completely forgot that Mechtoid was down there. That's a problem. Justin Timberlake is in a seriously vulnerable position here. Everyone up top should be relatively safe because this smoke grenade, of course, is going to keep them all covered. But Timberlake is down there unsupported, and...
Roger that. Scanning.
Yeah, this is... Oh, his repair servo's kicked back on, so... I mean, that's something. These outsiders should have to double move if they want to take a shot at him. Yeah, so Overwatch. I'm guessing probably Overwatch here as well. Yep. This guy, I'm guessing, gonna maybe Overwatch, perhaps? Possibly? You think? Maybe? Nope. Gonna suppress Lindsay Lohan. Actually, not a unwise move. I also probably would suppress Lindsay Lohan if given the position, because she's a crack shot. I'm not sure what this guy is trying to do. He's just on Overwatch. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I'm not complaining that his tactics are bad. I'm not really prone to that. He's just gonna give a guaranteed hit shot here to Justin Timberlake, and we're gonna take it. So Justin Timberlake's gonna crack one into his head. He is still on Overwatch. Pharaoh. Alright, so Jaden Smith could draw basically the remainder of the Overwatch. Alright, well that cover isn't doing Justin Timberlake any good. Oh, that's not all what I had intended to do. I am a profoundly stupid man. Profoundly stupid. Abject stupidity right there. I actually wanted her to throw a grenade and destroy effectively all the cover for those aliens. But, well, I think part of my frontal lobe is missing, and much like people who have been given ice pick lobotomies, I suffer as a result. A little rapid fire there for Sean Penn finishing the job. So I'd intend to destroy that cover and then send Jaden Smith down there to once again wreck house with in the zone, but since I'm an idiot, it looks like that plan is not going to work. We are going to have to send Jaden in, and we're going to draw all the... Oh, that... One of these days, I'm going to learn to make sure that I have my scout selected when I just decide to pull every Overwatch shot in the universe. I mean, I keep saying that one of these days it's going to happen, but honestly, I'm reasonably certain that it's actually never going to happen. But I can hope, I guess. I mean, while there's life, there's hope, right? I really want to get down there and mess with that. Oh, let's take a look at Matt Lauer. Now that the Overwatch is gone, actually. Matt Lauer, can you get down there? You have to run and gun. Right. Jaden Smith can get down there. And between Jaden and Lauer, they actually might be able to finish that guy. Alright, so what can we do about the rest of these chumps then? And the answer appears to be not a lot. Lindsay Lohan is not in the world's greatest firing position. And my idiocy has already cost us any chance that we might have had with Kim Kardashian. So Taylor Swift is going to fix half of our problem just straight up there.
Enemies down.
Lindsay Lohan may be able to get a shot at that last remaining troop from here. No?
Good to
I
go.
guess we'll just reload then. Can we get some damage on that? I can't have Paris Hilton just standing out in the open holding her, I'd say her, holding her swinging cod, but Paris Hilton doesn't really have one of those. So. Eden, why don't you get over there with the dash move? Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't mind suppressing that guy if I could get a suppressor shot on him, but... Alright, so it's going to be Jaden Smith and Matt Lauer then that have to deal with this guy. Alright, so Matt Lauer, why don't you go take a front shot? Once you dashing in back, hitting this guy from the back door. And yes, I know, back door, sex thing, ha ha ha, whatever. Just go ahead and take this chump down. Actually, ideally, I'd like to drop him down to 1 health so we could maybe capture him, but I guess that was fool's gold. That was, yeah, not sure why I even bothered to think about it. So just overwatch them for the Beebs. Paris Hilton. Is there anywhere Paris can get to do anything positive? Yeah, let's actually have Paris dash to here. She can maybe get some shots for us next turn on that Mechtoid. Oh, that wasn't a dash? Oh, well, she can take some shots at that Mechtoid this turn, then. Not great shots. But shots. And that just leaves us Jaden Smith, I believe, as our only active trooper. Yeah. Let's just have Jaden go in Overwatch then.
Scanning.
So, Bieber gonna patch up one more health. Or rather, Timberlake, sorry, not Bieber. Looks like he's getting shot at. And a miss from the Mechtoid then, so that's pretty much going to end that gentleman's career. That was a Brett Favre fourth quarter Hail Mary pass that was intercepted in the end zone right there, buddy. That was a career ender. So Paris Hilton once again going to work this guy over, get him holo targeted up. Not an amazing amount of damage, but some damage is damage. And you know what? We're going to have Kim Kardashian finish this guy off. I feel that Kim has not garnered enough kills on this mission, even though she has set up more than her fair share. We're going to make sure she gets some EXP.
Heading to that location.
Jump down there and kill him, Kimmy. Now, when Kim Kardashian makes leaps like that, it's just good to point out that, much like a sports bra, Kim actually has sports panties that she wears to keep all dad ass contained while she's doing highly athletic maneuvers of that nature. And a little railing kill actually there for Kim Kardashian as well, although she didn't quite finish the jump.
Now that we've captured their device.
And that's the conclusion of Operation Broken Stroke.
It's imperative that we begin the research as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's the imperative thing is that we get home and all of us celebrate with a whole shitload of liquor, Dr. Valen. That's the important thing.
I doubt losing it was part of their plan.
So thanks for the ominous overtone, Dr. Shan. Once again, we have a successful mission, and your immediate... Well, first, your immediate and... I don't know what I'm trying to say. We have a good mission, and the first thing Dr. Shen does is shit all over it. That's what I'm trying to say. Apparently, he lives to rain on parades. That's his sole goal in life. Sky Ranger coming back. Tony Scott, of course, making up for the aircraft porn that he missed on the way down. And Reb, the immortal madman, back on duty. And I think our only trooper who got injured on this might be Paris Hilton. So here's a giant phallic symbol, which I'm sure Dr. Valen will immediately incorporate into her latest offering
I'm glad
in the
to see
Ford
that
nature.
I'm not the only one who understands this war isn't over yet.
I'm assuming that it's already pretty well covered with your
artifact, which
intimate fluids, Dr. Valen.
Of some kind.
I don't want to be in the same room with that, let alone touch or
was
investigate
the
it.
alien leader, then who?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Dr. Valen just orgasmed immediately as soon as she saw us haul that thing into the
same
base.
creature we encountered when we made
Pretty
first
sure that
contact with the aliens. As we have observed, it is somehow capable of using its mind as a weapon.
Oh, no kidding, Dr.
If we were
Valen?
to study this
So you mean like it
specimen's
did the
brain
4 or 5 times
tissue,
previously when we
might
fought
be
them?
able to adapt this ability for our own purposes.
No. You see this film? Look at this. This is gonna, I mean, geez, we're gonna get all the cum shots with this, Dr. V. Check out this footage. Anyway, so our next thing, research the hyperwave beacon. Yeah, that'll go on our list well down towards the bottom. Let's take a look for promotions. So Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton both promoted to Master Sergeant. And honestly, I mean, I don't like having Paris Hilton out of action for 14 days, but still, that's actually pretty good. Or at least I feel that 1 wounded trooper is pretty reasonable performance for an alien base raid. So Paris Hilton has now achieved maximum rank. Let's get extra conditioning. Sentinel. Ooh, very good, actually. Mayhem. Well, there's a nice long list of everything it works on, but it doesn't really say what it does. Additional damage based on tech. Mayhem's pretty good. And Paris isn't on Overwatch that often because she uses rapid fire quite a bit. So Sentinel is good, but she doesn't have covering fire or opportunist or any of the Overwatch stuff. Paris Hilton's all offense. She has... Paris Hilton's our killer. We're gonna give Paris Hilton Mayhem. Also, I mean, if there's anything Paris Hilton brings to the table, I really feel that Mayhem is that thing. Lindsay Lohan, of course, also with the promotion. Vital point targeting. It's more tempting since we're going to be doing more autopsies in the near future, but I'm still not overly enthused with it. Resilience, actually, if Lindsay had a little bit higher health, would be quite good for Lindsay. It is 3 aim, 3 will, which will is important for Lindsay because she is a Psi Trooper, and actually a pretty good one. Rapid fire is just so good, though. And resilience does make her immune to criticals, which, if we put Aegis armor on Lindsay with resilience, she would be almost impossible to kill. She has suppression and covering fire. Ranger, which I don't know why I gave her that. That was, you know what? I'm still going to go with rapid fire. Alright, so that's our EXP taken care of. Let's take a look at our loot. So, Hyperwave Beacon, of course. Some Sectoid Corpses, a Commander, some Thin Men, 11 Mutons, Cyberdiscs, Dectopod Rex, 123 alloys. That is fantastic. 53 meld, which is absolutely lovely. We desperately needed meld, and that's going to refill our meld coffers quite nicely. 75 weapon fragments, which I would gleefully trade for a ride to work. Alien entertainment, alien food, alien stasis tanks, fantastic. We can, I believe there's a research project that those in alien surgeries can go for. UFO power sources, more alien food that's damaged, although I'm not sure how one damages food. Mechtoid cores and Seeker Rex. Alright, so let's head to the gray market. And it's nice to see Brazil back in the project. Of course, we do have some, actually before we head to the gray market, we do need to do some adjustments with our, since we do have craft over South America now, we actually need to put some interceptors down there. Let's take a look. I'm going to leave carrot and eggs, both, I think, over Asia. We can send Lawn Dart down to South America. Let's send Pointer as well. That leaves us 2 laser cannons, 2 Avalanche. We have 4 laser cannons over Africa. That seems excessive. 2. Okay, let's send him another laser cannon, but not necessarily on one of the best troopers. And Moose is actually still out of action for 4 hours. So let's give him Moose in South America as well. And if we need to, we can always transfer more in. And I am actually going to order another, well, I'm not going to order another interceptor because we'll have Firestorm soon, but I am going to order another laser cannon. So let's head to the gray market then. We're going to sell off sort of our extraneous gubbins that we gathered from the mission. We're going to need some cash. We've got alien food that's damaged. That's of no use to anyone. We can get rid of that. Any other damaged components lying around, gentlemen? Anyone? Nothing? Nothing else that's damaged, huh? Alien surgeries, we want to hold on to. The stasis tanks, I think we can actually, I believe there is a research project that uses those, but I don't think it uses more than 20. We'll get rid of 2 of those. Alien entertainment has literally no use at all, and is worth a fortune, so we'll get rid of that. And then we will head down to our foundry. There are a couple projects still pushing. Improved Medkit was one that we wanted to use. Before we do that, though, we're going to upgrade one of our mech suits. So we're going to get a mech 2, and that's basically going to wipe us out in the cash department. We have plenty of Illyrium and alloys, however, and we have an adequate supply of meld, so let's get that started. This is going to take Dr. Shen 460 years, so we might as well get it going. Oh, only 10 days. That's lightning quick, actually, for Dr. Shen. Phalanx armor, we have Kestrel, Carapace. Why can we not build Aegis armor? Because we can't afford it. Well, let's sell some things then, because I would actually like another suit of Aegis armor as well. And I can only assume at this point we have 4 billion weapon fragments that we don't really need. Actually, probably don't need 47 Thin Men corpses either, and we have more Muton corpses than we need. Probably don't really need 17 Cyberdisc Rex either. Although we haven't autopsied those yet, so... Weapon fragments. Let's get rid of 96 of these. And here's the oh-so-delightful "you are selling stuff" sound, for which I apologize humbly, but there's no way to turn this off. So there we go, that's down to 200 weapon fragments, which is really probably as low as I'm going to go, although weapon fragments are
The
pretty
latest
easily
contact
obtained.
turned out to be a dud. Probably just another drunk pilot who fell asleep on a long haul.
I gotta assume that that was either Moose or Brick, then, if they fell asleep. Seems like the kind of shenanigans those guys would both get up to. We're going to do the improved medkit. Let's get that just started. And there was something else that we wanted to do. Advanced surgery. Yeah. So we still need 8 alien surgeries, which I would be one shy of if I wasn't an idiot and hadn't sold them earlier. But, well, I think my idiocy is pretty well documented at this point, actually. Is there anything else we want to do? Shaped armor, actually, is more armor for our mech troopers. I do want to get this, but I also want to build... You know what? We'll have to hold off on shaped armor.
I'll make sure to notify you as soon
Yeah,
as
yeah.
production is
Notify me,
finished.
Dr. Shan. Just send me a fucking email, alright? Jesus. We need another laser cannon. Actually... Yeah, we need another laser cannon more than I need shaped armor. I'm actually tempted to build 2 of these, and I'm beyond tempted. I'm actually going to. The restorative mist... I'm just checking to see if there's anything else on here that I'm very interested in, which... I do actually want to build a DOS weapon for our Shiv, but that's probably my lowest priority item, to be honest. So let's just build 2 lasers. Let's build 2 laser weapons for our interceptors, and we'll just call it a day. Alright, and that's all of our cash spent, despite the very lucrative raid that we just had. Now, we do, just to note there, we'll take a look. I see panic in Brazil is still very, very high, and we do actually have another satellite coming online, one of which is going to go over Mexico. We may be doing another base raid, though, in the very near future. Now, we do only have 3 days to a council report, so of course we're calling that we need to launch a satellite over Mexico before they withdraw from the project to lower panic. But I do want to wait as long as possible to get the panic reduction before launching it, just so that the aliens have no opportunity to do another mission there before the report comes in. But with all those items taken care of, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support does mean a lot to us, really. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon.